This is New York Nightly News with Chuck Scarborough.
Well, of course, the opening of a casino can be controversial, but it's unlikely anyone has a problem with another planned opening. Here in New York this morning, it was announced that the National World War II Museum is expanding and is ready to open. And joining us here is the spokesperson for the new museum, Dr. Nick Mueller. Doctor, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
For some of our viewers who may not be familiar, take us back through the history of the museum briefly and why this expansion is so exciting.
Well, briefly, it's because of Stephen E. Ambrose and the Higgins boats that were built by Andy Higgins in New Orleans. Yeah. That's why the National D-Day Museum began, opened on June 6, 2000 to 200,000 veterans and people to open and commemorate that. Congress loved it so much that they said, why don't you do the rest of the war? So it's a big war, and we're now on to a $300 million expansion. But the next piece is opening on November 6th this year with the Victory Theater, Stage Door Canteen, and the American Sector Restaurant with John Besh, the famous restaurateur, running that. And the Victory Theater will do an amazing 4D multisensory experience called Beyond All Boundaries that you'll only be able to see in New Orleans in this theater.
Dr. Mueller, of course, we have the Intrepid here on the west side. We were just coming off Fleet Week here. You reached a milestone at the museum last Friday, 2 million visitors. Is that correct?
Yes. This is one of the most popular destinations in the nation. 80% of our visitors come from out of the state, and we have 120,000 members nationwide, and there's about 6,500 members right here in New York.
That's why I wanted to talk about this great interest of the American people in World War II. It seems to be growing and even passing on to succeeding generations, especially, right?
Well, it is. The sons and daughters and the grandkids are interested, but the whole nation is interested right now because that generation is passing very fast now, and we are down to 2.2 million, and we're going to lose 60% of that number in the next 5 years. The 123,000 World War II veterans in New York, and you're going to lose 18,000 of them this year. It's we're trying to honor and preserve their stories. These guys saved the world for democracy and for freedom. And they were 16, 17, 18 on those Higgins boats going ashore in Normandy and Tarawa and Iwo Jima, and we need to tell their story. And the whole country is beginning to realize now that they paid the price for our freedom, and we need to honor them, recognize them. We do have the memorial in Washington, but this is a place where people come to learn. They come to experience, they see the exhibits and the artifacts, and it's an educational institution that has a very personal message. And that's why people keep coming, and that's why we hit 2 million.
And how does it fit into the landscape of New Orleans, especially in the wake of Katrina?
Well, fortunately, we had the wisdom, we like to say, to build on high ground.
Okay.
So there wasn't any water anywhere near us, and we're an old, thick warehouse building that's our core building, and we're just a few blocks from the convention center in what's called the warehouse district of New Orleans. It's really the old American sector of New Orleans after the Louisiana Purchase. So it's a prime area, convenient to all the tourist areas, and so people can get there from all the major hotels, and we're part of that expansion in that area, revitalizing it and helping to bring the city back. It is the biggest cultural attraction opening in the city of New Orleans and in the state this year.
And I've just got maybe 10 seconds, but just to recap now, it's there, family friendly, and a new expansion now.
And it's a new expansion, and November 6th is the opening of that expansion in New Orleans, and y'all come, as we say.
Yeah, Dr. Nick Mueller, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you very much.